Hello everyone. I've had an idea this morning. I don't know where it came from, but I'm trying to work out the technical bit of it. I wanted to use this lovely flower. It's an Alexandra Renke. It's called Layered Flower number 10. I wanted to use this again, and I've cut a couple out from this old piece of shaving foam background. It had a butterfly and it's got a dirty mark there, but managed to get 2 flowers out. I'm wondering whether to have just white stems and leaves. I don't know how we're going to get as far as that's concerned, but what I have in mind is this. I have, to mount these on, I want to have a circle, and I want it to have an off-centre hole. Okay, but I wanted to have this part dry embossed. Not the whole thing, just kind of that bit. So I need a second circle. This big one will be the base, and then the second one is going to be the bit that's in between now. That's the bit that I want to have embossed. So it's it's a question of working out the geography, the directions, the order, if you know what I mean, of getting that sorted so that they're all in line and all the rest of it. Anyway, by the way, I did pass on your feedback about nesting dies to Steve at Craft Addiction UK, and he's working on it, so you'd be very pleased to know that he's thinking of squares, rectangles and circles, with the rectangles to fit British sizes, which are different from the US. Okay, so I think what I'm going to have to do is this. First of all, cut out this layer, which is going to be the backing layer, and I need to cut out that layer, which is going to be placed on top, which is going to be the one that I'm going to emboss. So let me do that first. I think we're going to have to do this in stages, otherwise I'm going to get lost. Let me see. I don't know if you can actually understand what I'm trying to do, but hopefully by the time I've finished, all will become clear. Right, let's have a look. I've got my 2 layers for my circle. Let's just get this off the mat. There we go. Now, that is going to be the base layer. This is going to be the embossed layer. And this, the bigger hole, is going to be in the top layer, because I want to be able to see a little of that beneath. So I think the first thing to do is decide where I want this hole to be. Fairly close, I think. So let's get it straight, because it's got a grain, this card. About there, I think. Okay. The bigger one. Yes, it is the bigger one. Right. Okay. That is going to go onto there like that. Got to get the grain straight. And the hole in the other one needs to be the smaller one. I'm holding my breath here. Oh dear, trying to hold it still. Only want a small piece of this, don't I? Right. Are we right? I think so. Okay, let's take the top one off. I'm going to cut this one out. Okay. Okay, now that should go like that. Yep, I think we're okay. These are going to go across the top. Right, I want to emboss this bit now. So I need to find, let me put my circles away. I think I've done with my circles for the minute. Let's just pop them on this magnet at the back. Okay, this is the one I want to emboss. I think this one will do. I think this is just a innocuous script overall. I look through just like this to see what I think it would look like. I want to make sure that there's plenty of writing on the whole bit. So if you move around, there you see there's a great big gap there. So you just need to shush it around a little bit until you find a position. That looks okay, I think. No, there. Okay, right. Here's my embossing. Let's just take a look at this. It's nice. And that is going to go on there like that. I think that's quite nice, don't you? That's going to be my feature there. So I can actually glue that on, I think. Do I want any embellishment, any silver, or not sure. I don't think I do. I'll just stick it on. These are our adjacent dies in the set. So this one is that much bigger than the other. I don't quite know how anybody would sort out what you had to do to get it right. I don't know. So that's going to go raised like this. Let's have a go at this flower now. I want to do a bit of something to it to, you know, define the colour a little bit. Let's get the petals over here. And I thought what I would use would be a little distress oxides. And if I look at my chart going around, you can see where we're going. I think we're going to have to go to Blueprint Sketch, don't you? That's the one that's got the tone of colour from the deepest blue. And as I want it as shading, that's what I'm going to pick. Okay. There's my Blueprint Sketch. This, I believe, was from Amazon. I'll try and remember to put a link in the description below. So, I'm just wondering if I put a glove on. Right, let's put some... just on the edges, just... Can you see? It just defines it, just a trifle. Okay, and this one. I'm going to put my gloves on. If you push at some of the places where there is a cut line, you can emphasize that with a little ink. Just push it out just a trifle. Okay, so there's my bits. Let's see what they look like white. I don't know whether to do them white or what. I'll just put the hot heat tool on this just to dry off that ink. You can, of course, spritz this, and then of course the Distress Oxide ink would spread a little bit, but it depends what look you're after. I quite actually like the look of it as is, so I'm going to leave it for the minute I think that I may use my Shimmer pen on it, and as that is a water-based one, this may move some of that colour as well. So let's just have a try. This one has seemed to have been going on for ages. I don't know how much longer it's going to last, but it's been going for quite a while. And people who know me know how partial I am to a little bit of shimmer. Yes, can you see? It is moving it. So that's nice. I thought it would. It's lovely. So I'm dragging it down from where I put it on the tips of the petals downwards. If you don't want that much, you can go in the opposite direction and it won't bring as much down. But I want to just pull it down a little bit. And the last one. We must be coming towards the end of this pen now. It's been going for months. That's lovely. Okay. Can you see there's a little bit of blue on there? Now, if I want to be careful what I do with that, because if I wanted to, say, shimmer something that was white, I would get that blue on. So all I do is grab a bit of paper towel and give it a push and a clean, just to get rid of the blue. Can you see? And it's gone. Okay. Right, let's just try assembling these with the white and see what we think. I don't know if I want the white or whether I want colour them green or silver or whatever. So that's the centre of the flower. And this one just pops in there. The important thing is getting this in a line with the stem. Looking at that, I'm thinking I may want to have a colour for the stem. I don't know. Let's just do the other one. Pop it in there. Okay, and this bit. Oh, look. Oh, dear Lord. That might have to be the back, I'm afraid. We'll see. This is a wet wipe, baby wipe. Not too bad. I think, actually, that's going to be quite nice. I may shorten the stems just a trifle, but the length of the stem, as is, does suit the size of the head of the flower. So I think I will twinkle the stems, and I think I would like a sentiment. So what kind of sentiment? I do like that. I'm just wondering about a little bit of silver on those leaves as well. Let me twinkle the stamens and the stems, and then and the leaf, and then we'll. Where's my pen? Oh, it fell over. Here it is. Right. Oh, do I want it? I'll take it out. I'll take it out. If I don't like it, I can always pop it back in again. That one doesn't want to come out. Okay, we'll leave it in. Okay. Right. Put some foam tape onto this because I would like it slightly raised to give the effect of the hole. Now, as I said once before, if you want to curl this narrow particular, well, any really foam tape, you just give a tug as you put your finger down, tug, and it break the backing, and then you can make it go round a curve. Saves just cutting strips all the time. Just put a bit going around this bit. Finger down, tug, finger down, tug. That's how I do it. Okay. Do I want it centrally? I don't think I do. Just slightly to the left. Okay, let's pop this on the card base. I'm just wondering what sentiment I want on here. I'll search one out in a moment or two. Got quite a busy week this week. On Friday, we're going to the opera. It's 6 of us. It's one of those ones, a bit like Glyndebourne. It's the Grange in Hampshire. And you have your picnic outside in a marquee, and then you go in to watch the first act of the opera, and you come out and have the main part of your picnic, and then you go back for the second half. And it's really very jolly. Last year we went and it was blowing a gale, it was raining. We were fine in the marquee, but not the best atmosphere. But this year the forecast is extremely good. It's going to be hot and sunny. Perfect day for a picnic. Some people, they have candelabras on the table. I'm going to use the other side. They have candelabras on their tables. It's really, really quite yummy. Okay, I think that's about how I want it. Right, now we'll assemble these. I need to put a bit of, do I want any silver on there? Perhaps I'll leave it. Perhaps I'll leave it as is. Let's put these in. I need to put a bit of glue on the back of this one, I think. Just a bit on the back. Down we go. And a little bit of glue on the back of this one. It's so pretty. Making sure that those two line up there. Okay, there's one. I think 2 is plenty of these. I know people say, oh, you often have 3, but, I think 2's absolutely plenty. I am going to have to cut off one of the stems a little. About like that. Let me just find a sentiment, and I will be right back. I like the effect of that. I must confess, I'm pleased with that. I'll be back in a moment. I'm back. I've actually spent a long time looking for a sentiment. I wanted something that was in keeping, sort of texture-wise, size-wise, with the flowers. I didn't want to obscure too much of this because, I've kind of done it. I did several different things. Birthday wishes, have a wonderful day. I didn't want it too big, and I came up with this on your special day eventually, which was from this set, which is Origach or something. Got it on Amazon. Just says on your special day. So I did it in blue, and I thought to myself, it actually doesn't look that special. So I thought I'd try it in silver. And I think that looks rather better. However, as this has got its border, I thought that one ought to have a border as well. So I've started to, this is the next size up nesting die from that one. So if I put this on here, and let me get the base plate down. Got to put it in this way this time. So to get the right size, I just need to have the same gap between the die cut and the die on this end as there is at the sides. So let's just see in a bit, I think. Take that out, make sure it's in the grooves, bit more tape, and I'll pop that on there. I'm hoping I've got the right size. I can always adjust it a little bit if I'm not absolutely on the button. Right, here's my that's pretty good, isn't it? Okay, that can go on there, that can go on there. Now, I also wondered, I'm thinking that these little bits at the base of the flowers are looking a little bit blue. In the real case, they would be green, so I can't make them white very easily, but I thought I could make them silver, so I just cut another one out of the spare bit that was left and coloured it silver just to see, and I think that would look all right. So what I'm going to do is a little bit of silver gilding wax just on this bottom part of the flower, just here. It does help if you get some on your applicator, doesn't it? Okay, just on there. It just bothered me that it was very blue. I think that's a bit better. It's softer, isn't it, somehow? Got silvery fingernails as well, but we won't worry. Okay, that's that and that. I think that makes me feel better. I don't know whether to put any on the tips of the... I might do, just what's left on this thing. Just a gentle... Yeah, that's nice. It's hardly anything really, but, you know, just makes a touch, makes all the difference to me anyway. Right, one more thing I want to do with these before I stick them on. I think I'll put those on the tops with glue dots and a tiny bit of glue on the stem for where it grabs the rest. You know, it'll be on this bit here somewhere. This can go on with a bit of tape runner. And then this can be partially glued and partially on foam tape if it overhangs my circle. Seems like a lot of fuss over nothing, doesn't it, really? But I don't know, when it's finished, I'm hoping it will be worth the effort. Let's just try again. I've got this quite straight. There we go. Okay, now I did think I might put a few little tiny sequins on as well. Those are some of the fabulous sequins, all different sizes, lots of different colours, except I put my other colours away somewhere. So safe. I don't know what I've done with them, but these are my favourite anyway, so, you know, we're doing all right, really. Okay, now then, where was I up to? Putting these on here. Did I say I was going to do something else? I will have to cut I think, oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to give them a bit of shape. I knew there was something. I didn't do that the last time I used this flower, and I thought it was missing out because of it. Let's get an embossing tool. Should have probably done this individually before I put the things together. But we'll be all right. That's better. You see? Let's just do this one as well. Lovely. Okay, let's just assemble this now. I'll get some glue dots for the back. Yes, this one's going to be a bit shorter. Right, a bit of foam tape behind there. Just there. Yeah, and a glue dot behind the other side. I think I'll be able to lift this to put some glue on that when I know where I want it to go. What I don't want is to glue it and then drag it over everywhere before I've found a proper position for it. Okay, that's going to go over the edge and that one's going to go there. Okay, is that far enough over? Maybe not. There. Same with this one. Bit of foam tape on this bit and a glue dot on the other side. Okay. And that I think can be a glue dot about there, and then I'll stick those three together. Okay, glue dot. Okay, now I'm going to put a bit of glue behind these stems. I'm going to cut this one off. Okay. Done it again. Look, you have to be so careful. Bit of luck. It's gone. Right, now I just want to glue these stems together. Just needs to be held for a moment. All right, now this. About there. So that side needs the foam tape and the other side needs some glue. There's the foam tape and this side is the glue. Now a few little, these are really tiny. I think those are a bit small. The joy of these, they've just got so many sizes. I don't know if I've got the whole set of, I don't even think I've got the whole set of clear ones here. Let's have this size. I'm just going to put some dots of glue and then a sequin. Okay. Do you know, I think these are a bit big. They are, they're too big. Let me get smaller ones. I don't know if these are the same size or different. Let's have these. Try these ones. I think we need a few more. I think we're fine. So here's our finished card. Few interesting things. I'm quite pleased with it in the end. I'm not sure about the sequins. I think whether they little pearls might have been better, but we'll see when it's all dry. So I hope you've enjoyed watching, and watch out for those nesting dice coming at Craft Addiction UK, and I think they should be restocking all of their slatted dies within this next week. So hopefully you'll be getting notifications if you put your email addresses in. So have a good day, have a good week, but come and see me very soon.